Hi guys, today I would like to show you my summer long-lasting foundation routine for oily and combination skin. I start with the primer, and this is Bioderma Pore Refiner, and I squeeze about pea-sized amount of the product on my fingers, and then I just rub it on my face. And as you can see, this product does make me tomato red for some reason, but the redness disappears after a few minutes. Right after the primer, I apply powder on my face. I actually forgot to film this key step during my first attempt to make the video, so I had to film it later. The powder combined with the primer helps to control the oil production on your skin, and it really prepares your skin for the foundation. Just make sure you don't cake it too much, because then you're just gonna end up with a heavy looking makeup on your face. Just apply a thin layer, especially in the places where you are getting the most oily. You might think it's a bit strange, but trust me, it works. I've tried it out. Right after that, I am actually applying Tinted Moisturiser. This is Chantecaille Just Skin. And I was quite apprehensive when it came to tinted moisturizers because I do have blemishes and I was worried that they are not going to cover my spots. I would say it's medium to light coverage, but it does the job, and it's got SPF, which is great, especially for summer. I believe it's SPF 15. And this color is slightly too dark for me, so I need to bring it down my neck to blend it nicely. It's really long lasting. Even if you have combination to oily skin, if you use those two steps before, which is using primer and the powder before the tinted moisturizer, then this product is going to stay on your face all day long. Then I add the concealer. This is an under eye concealer from Helena Rubinstein. And I just squeeze a little amount on my fingers and I dab it on the skin under my eyes. And I try to bring it down my nose and a little bit down my cheeks, so we got this sort of Kim Kardashian highlight style going on. And I also apply a little bit of product on the side of my nose to reduce any redness. After that, it's time for the concealer, and this is my favorite concealer from Collection, and unfortunately this is shade Fair and it's slightly too light for me, but hey, let's work with what we have. So I apply it on the blemishes, and then I just use my fingers to blend it all in. Even though it's much lighter, it does blend quite nicely. But I also take this brush from MAC and just go over the foundation and a concealer to make sure everything is nicely blended and worked into my skin. Now it's time for the eyes, and I use this MAC paint pot, which works great as a primer. This is in the shade Painterly, which is really close to my skin shade, so you can use it as an eyeshadow base, but you can also use it as an eyeshadow on its own. So you need to make sure you blend it all nicely, and this will stop your eyeshadow from creasing, which is amazing. Then I'm using MAC Phloof just to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I apply the tiniest amount. I also apply a little bit on my brow bone, and not too much again because it is quite a shiny eyeshadow. Then I take this MAC Wedge eyeshadow and I apply it with a 217 brush in the crease of my eyes. Make sure you blend it all nicely because you don't want to have any harsh lines when it comes to your eye makeup, because it does tend to look quite unnatural. Then I use this Inglot eyeshadow and I use a MAC brush to apply it in the outer corner of my eyes, just to add a little bit more shade to it. I then blend it again. Now it's time for the eyeliner, and I use this Pixi eyeliner, and it's actually quite tricky to film and apply the eyeliner at the same time, so I had to stop at some point and just get really close to the mirror and get it done. Okay, after eyeliner it's the time for the mascara, and I use this MaxFactor Full Slash Effect one. If you have oily skin, it might be a good idea to use the waterproof mascara so it doesn't smudge around your eyes during the day, but I find that this product doesn't actually smudge and it does a great job. Now it's time for Brow Drama Gel from Maybelline, and this does just set my eyebrows and keeps them in place. After that I set everything with a loose powder. This is Chanel loose powder, and I take this MAC brush and just get some product, remove the excess of the product and just swirl it in a lid and then just dab it on my skin, especially in my T-zone and around the nose. This is where I get the most oily during the day. After that it's time for the lip product, and this is Revlon Lip Butter in color Sorbet. Since the lipstick is quite bright, I'm going to use blush. This is Nars in Torrid. However, I'm going to use the tiniest amount because I don't want it to look too strong. I don't want to look like a clown, so I'm just adding the tiniest amount so I don't look washed out. So that's it guys, this is my summer long-lasting foundation routine. You might need to do a few touch-ups during the day, but you should have your foundation stay on your face for all day long. Thank you for watching. Bye!